video today. It is Friday, and typically on Fridays I like to share with you a little bit of memory keeping and scrapbooking. In my January online class, I just got done teaching this layout here. I thought I'd give you guys a sneak peek of it. This was in the January class, and I loved putting this together. It made such a great kind of like a boy Valentine's Day layout because it's not pink and purple, and I enjoyed working with these colors. So that was in my January class. In my online class, I always share a scrapbooking layout, a traditional scrapbooking layout, and that was the one for January. Today, what I wanted to do is just very quickly show you my Project Life family album for 2022. I have it in this album here. This year I switched to this color album. It is a mint color. Typically for the last probably 10 years, I've had the Aqua album. I get my albums at scrapbook.com. It is their brand of albums, and you can see in here, sorry, I hit the camera. In the back here, you will see the scrapbook.com branding. Guess I can move this over a tiny bit. Sorry about that light. The sun is kind of moving around as I'm filming. So I do a 12 by 12 album, and I do our family album in a monthly format, meaning well, I'll show you how it's set up, but I do monthly, and then I always do a title page, and that's really the creative stuff that I want to share with you today is this title page. So I have a page lifter, and I have a piece of ribbon that I tied around it, and then some chipboard pieces. I added a heart right above this quote. It says, cultivate a good life and record it. This is a Becky Higgins page lifter, and right underneath that it has her logo. I don't really need her name in my album, so I don't mind the quote. I added a heart above it, and then I added these chipboard pieces. One says, we are in this together always, finding our way one day at a time, and then everyday adventures. And then I just tied a little bit of ribbon on there, and then that conceals her logo and gives it a little bit of fun to it. And then it's a page lifter. It will keep your pages from bending. So if somebody flops your album closed and there's the pages in it, the page lifter will help those pages to lay down flat. So it's important that you have one. In the albums, they come with a all black page lifter. I just take that out of my January through June album, which is what this is. I have 2 albums per year. So I have a January through June and then a July through December. And that's the way it is. That's how much documenting I do. And it's just something that I have accepted over the years, that I just can't get one year into one album. Okay, so next I have my title page, and what I did is I took this beautiful vellum from Stampin' Up. It's in the most recent catalog, and it is this gorgeous vellum, and this happens to be a map, and it is in a page protector because it is 12 by 12, so it just fits perfectly in a page protector. And on top of that, I did a strip of mint macaroon cardstock. And then with my Cricut Joy, I cut 2022 and this hello. And so it just says hello 2022. And then I have a heart right above it. And then this camera paper is paper that I found on scrapbook.com. On my website, which was totally redesigned this week. So if you go there, it'll look a little bit different. I will have links to anything that I can link, along with photos of this. So if you want to save those to Pinterest, or so you can refer back to it, you totally can do that. I love the paper. I just got it at scrapbook.com. It just has the cameras, and it's in black and white. So when you open that, there's nothing on the back of this. It's just that beautiful vellum. And then I took a Design G page protector and a couple other elements. I have the Clementine Core Kit, which is my favorite core kit of all times. It is retired. You can't get it anymore. I have a couple of them that I cherish because one day they'll run out. I won't have them anymore. So I have a couple cards here. I fussy cut some of those cameras out and just added them to this card. I used another piece of that pattern paper with the cameras and added it here. I stamped here it just says Faith Can Move Mountains, and this is very fitting. It's very fitting for life right now. We found out this week that my husband, due to COVID cutbacks and situations, is losing his job. And so Faith Can Move Mountains being at the very front of my album is comforting as we transition into something new and as we make decisions. And it's been a hard week. I've had to pull away from doing work stuff and deal with family stuff. And I knew I was filming this for you guys for today. And as I opened this up to film it, it was such a wonderful reminder that faith can move mountains and everything will be okay, right? So anyways, I fussy cut another one of those cameras out and I stuck it here. I'll do a little bit of journaling here. And then there's sequence in this pocket because I got my fuse tool out and I closed up this pocket after I stuck everything in here. So we have the M for our last name, Martinez. We have sequence in here that are floating around. And then when you open it this way, it says Martinez. And the adhesive sort of got a little bit of the sequence, like the sequence stuck to it a little bit, but that's okay. And then I just have another Clementine card. It says, remember, a place to journal. And then I will probably put photos of us, like maybe one of me and my husband, and then one of the 3 kids, and it will go there, and that will be our title page. This year I am using dividers. So I'm using the Clementine dividers. Again, you can't get these anymore. It's really, really sad that you can't get them anymore. I wish I could. Anytime you have these dividers, you're going to find that there's a little piece of plastic that goes over it to keep it from getting scratched, and you can just take that off. And then this one, again, it matches the Clementine, and it just sort of matches the themes usually of my albums, the colors I like. So we have a divider there. I always have a calendar in here, and I just jot down, like I'll jot down on the day we found out that my husband was being laid off, I'll jot that down. Like, that was, just a piece of our story. I like having places to write those kinds of things that maybe aren't going to take up an entire story. I don't know if I will do any kind of storytelling or pages or anything about that, but if I didn't, it would be documented kind of on that calendar. And then it also, I use that as a pocket to hold things that I get throughout the month, cards or ticket stubs, receipts, anything that I just kind of want to save. It's usually not a lot, but it just allows me to have a little pocket that I can do that. The other thing that you can do if you don't want to save stuff in your album is this could be an 8.5 by 11 layout, like a traditional layout. So what I always do is I always take a design A, which is just the 2 4x6 photos horizontally on top and bottom, and then 3x4 pockets in the middle. I take 2 of those, and that's my month. So I do 2 page protectors, and then I do a tab, and then a calendar, and then anything else that I tell, any other stories that I tell, go in the middle of that. So for this one, it is a design G because that was my title page, and this, and then any other stories that I tell, any traditional layouts I do, any other pocketed layouts I do right in the middle of that. So then all of February will be sandwiched between those 2, and then all of March will be sandwiched between these 2. And what I usually like to do, and I just haven't had time to do that yet, is to set up my months in advance, like 2 to 3 months in advance. So I call them foundation pages, where you can see that I'm using Clementine in the month of January. So I would just use those cards. I don't need any cards on this side because this will all be photos really, and then my journaling pieces will be there. But like for February, I will pick what I want to use. I will put a title card here. I'll probably drop some items in the middle, and then everything else will kind of fit into that. I like to do monthly kind of like themes. So like for February, it will probably be more Valentine related. In March, it will be more spring related. When we get into the fall months, like in September, I will do something fall related. In October, I will do something Halloween related, and so forth. I like changing it up monthly so I don't get bored, but I don't like changing it up every single page. That's too much for me. Like I need a little bit of foundation set up for my month, and then it's easier for me to keep up with the project. So I will take photos of my title page, and you guys will be seeing more of my albums and scrapbooking type things as we go through the year. And I hope that you're enjoying it. And I would love to know if you're doing a family album, a personal album, if you're doing any other projects, I would love to know about it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will catch you next Tuesday with a brand new video and project for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will chat with you guys next week. So much for checking out my videos. Here on the screen, you're going to see 2 other videos that you can check out. I would love for you to do all the YouTube-y things, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you get notified whenever I post a video, and I will catch you in my very next crafty video.